If your child could know only one thing about math, it would be the multiplication tables. The multiplication tables are used for long division, when finding common denominators and simplifying fractions. They're used to figure decimals. Multiplication is necessary for simplifying square roots, for doing algebra problems, and they have other uses as well. It's been my experience that if the multiplication tables are committed to memory, it really, really helps a child in upper elementary school and beyond. The multiplication combinations permeate the middle school years and the high school years, as well as the more complicated math concepts that are found afterwards. If a child has to think of all the iterations of a series of multiplication before he or she can arrive at the answer, your child might have a problem like 6 times 7 and be doing the, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. I've seen some children actually labor over a problem like that instead of having 6 times 7 pop into their head as 42. And that just wears them out. It tires the child so much that the concepts that they're learning, for example, the concept of square root simplification, that just totally it's too much. They're at tilt when they can't remember the multiplication tables easily. It seems as though if a child is fuzzy on the addition and subtraction tables, they can kind of fudge their way through it by counting backwards or counting on their fingers, or somehow they have their own connections with those addition and subtraction tables. It's optimum, of course, if they do know them by heart, but it's just impossible with the multiplication tables. They're really stuck. So let's talk about how we can help our child with the drill of learning those tables, because the sooner they learn them, the better off in math they're going to be at those upper elementary and middle school years. So first of all, let me refer you to a typical chart that a child might see on a notebook, or even they might make this chart for themselves too. You can see that I've put 1 through 9 across the top and 1 through 9 across the side, and all of these then are 6 times 5 would be the joining part where the answer would be found at 30. But this chart intimidates children so much. There are 81 numbers on this chart, and they are there's real pushback sometimes. Sometimes a child gets very intimidated and frightened by this chart, when actually we have some duplicates here. For example, the number 24 shows up 4 times on this chart. So 24 is an answer to 8 times 3 and 4 times 6 and 6 times 4 and 8 times 3. But at what cost? The intimidation is so great sometimes that some children have total shutdown. So I don't use this chart at all. I find that this is not necessary for a child to know. In fact, I've boiled it down to this one.